4,493 miles so far. It's not actually that great. In previous years, it would have been up to about 25,000 by now, but we've done a lot of short haul European trips, which is why I think Germany clocked up 681 for, where did he go? Munich, and then 681 for Kaiserslautern. But where did he go next? He went to, Sorrento clocked up 3,000 something. So yeah, so we're building slowly. So today I am driving across town to give Foggy to my friend. She's going to a pilgrimage in Bosnia. Now, as I've explained to her, I would not expect anybody to take a soft toy and take photos at a pilgrimage. But what she is going to do is take Foggy with her, take photographs at the airport and in the hotel and where she's staying. But he's not going to the pilgrimage, which, you know, it's a sacred thing. You don't want to interfere with that. So anyway, so Foggy's off to Bosnia, and I think the airport is Split, the name of the airport. So I'm really excited because he's getting moving again. We've raised £104 in 6 weeks. But I'm kind of used to it. It's fine. But if you can donate, please do, because a heck of a lot of effort goes into Foggy and my advocacy. After this Bosnia trip, he's going to start doing some more long haul trips. So after Bosnia, he's going to Canberra, which is Australia's as far as you can get from the UK. So that's a 20,000 mile round trip from memory. Michigan and Canada is the next on his list. So that's amazing. And hopefully we'll get up to maybe 30,000 miles quite quickly. But we've got 245,000 miles to go to reach our target. So yeah, a long way to go. I'm going to make this a short video because anyone that's following me on X will know that I'm currently going through caffeine withdrawal because I realised that caffeine was making my M.E a lot worse. It was giving me a lot of additional symptoms. It was making my perimenopause worse. So I thought, well, I'll come off. And I was fully expecting caffeine withdrawal symptoms. I've done it before. But I'd forgotten how rough it was. It's fine. Splitting headache for 2 days. Like headache, it was like having 10 axes in my head. But all of my additional symptoms has finished. My sleep pattern's better. I still feel like I'm in a M.E crash because, again, if you follow me on Twitter, X, you'll know that I'm a massive rugby fan. I spent most of the weekend watching rugby. Well, it's energy draining. So I woke up on Monday morning with massive caffeine withdrawal and PEM from watching so much rugby. So this weekend, England only, I'm afraid. I'm not watching anything else. Yeah, so I'm kind of struggling, and standing up is a bit of an issue. So short and sweet. I don't know if any of you caught Good Morning Britain this morning, and Kate Garraway was on there talking to Steve Barclay, and Steve Barclay said, yes, I'd be happy to talk to Kate about issues with social care because she's having issues with Derek at the moment, really horrible issues with Derek, and trying to find him adequate care. The fact that the Department of Health and Social Care and the NHS are saying that they want to talk to patients more and want greater patient engagement isn't news to me. There's lots of this, some of the meetings that I've been going to are along that theme. So whether it's actually a successful idea of talking to patients or not, because what I'm finding personally is the patient comes up with the idea, they're told, oh no, that's really, really good. They go back to their office and their office says, but we don't do things like that. And they get scrapped. But we'll see. Let's be optimistic. It needs a complete overhaul. As I was told throughout COVID, in terms of long COVID, oh, you know, we don't do things like this. We never do things like this. This is unprecedented. We've had to chuck our systems out the window and start again from A. And I'm like, but if you can do that with COVID, why can't you do that with lots of other stuff? Just a thought. Anyway, I am on lots of different meeting group, not ME specific groups. but wider disability organisation groups, wider NHS England groups, etc., etc. So I am making sure that ME is included in all these conversations. I've got absolutely no Scooby-Doo whether anything that I'm suggesting is going to happen, but with Stripey Lightbulb and with Foggy, I'm a social entrepreneur. I'm CEO of 2 VCSEs, voluntary something community enterprise. So in theory they should listen, but whether they do or not is another matter. Also, quite a few things have been flagged to me over the past 4 or 5 days. Unfortunately, I can literally string my sentences together for about half an hour and then I'm out. So I've been working my way through my to-do list, and I've got some really important to-do things to do, including, I've got to look into it a bit more, but the rough gist is that, you know, I've been doing the Shake It Up campaign looking for a system to report harms from non-pharmaceutical treatments for, 2 years now, nearly 2 years in November. We're not really getting anywhere with that because it's so hard to reach ME patients. But I've been doing that for 2 years, and now someone's sent me a copy of a letter they've received from the Department of Health and Social Care, literally in the last couple of weeks, and it says, we have this system in place to report harms from non-pharmaceutical treatment, and we're happy with how that system works. And it's a system that I've never heard of. And it's a system that's never been raised with me before. Normally I get, this isn't something that we need to be interested in because it's not an issue, because NICE no longer recommends GET or CBT. So this is an entirely new thing. And I'm like, why have they not mentioned it to me before if it's existed longer than the last 2 weeks? And if it has existed, why? And why have I not known about it? Because, sorry, my words are going. This is what happens when my words go. And why were NICE saying that there was no evidence of harm because there was no reports of harm if this system was in place when the NICE guidelines were going through? So I've got a lot of investigation to do, but I need a brain for that. And my priority today is to get Foggy onto the next leg. And then if I've got a brain cell this afternoon, I'll be looking into that. But thank you to the person that forwarded it to me. Really interesting. I have never heard of this system. And I'm not going to say what it is now because I'll get lots of, I've just Googled it and it's it. No, I'll do that in my own time. It's fine. I'm not asking anybody else to Google it for me. And I'm just like, it was so funny watching Steve Barclay on Good Morning Britain talking to Kate Garraway this morning. He made it sound like, as soon as a patient flags an issue with us, we deal with it. If you think about it, for 2 years, I've been doing a petition. I've been regularly emailing all the politicians I know and I have connections with, Department of Health and Social Care, NHS England. I've been mentioning it in meetings with NHS England, Department of Health and Social Care. I've been asking patients for evidence of harm so that I could confidentially share that with Department of Health and Social Care. I've been doing as much as I possibly can, and I've still got this brick wall. So I feel Kate's frustration, different issue, but I feel it because they just don't listen. So yes, so it's an uphill battle, but we'll keep going. I think that's all I need to tell you. I'm just flagging. So if you're wondering why I'm not bombarding you with loads of social media content, it's because I'm simply too... I'm taking care of me this week for various reasons. Caffeine withdrawal and PEM because of too much rugby. So... It makes me laugh when they say secondary gains from ME. I can't even watch rugby for a weekend without having 4 days of post-exertional malaise after. I'd much rather have the energy to go to the matches, be able to work so I can afford the tickets to go to the rugby matches. But no, instead, I can't afford the tickets and I haven't got the energy to watch it even on the TV. So anyway, I digress. If you're not following Redefining Gravity already, please do. Let me just get my business card. Redefining Gravity is the concert challenge. And it's literally a challenge to hold a fundraising concert for at least, those words are key, at least 1,500 people in the week of the 17th of July 2024 to raise £1 million for MECFS research. I need as many people in the community to engage with it as possible. Help me share the word because the algorithms are so bad. Please take a look at www.redefiningravity.co.uk. Everything you need to know is on there. You can contact me about the concert through that website. Anyway, I'm going to go because my legs are feeling wobbly and Foggy is off to Split today. All right, so I'll catch you later.